In Amish country, horsepower comes in different shapes and sizes. In the NHRA, it comes at you 8,000 at a time. Gary Scelzi is the points leader in funny car. Robert Height is right behind him. Ron Capps is in third. And those guys are on the same side of the ladder. That means it could be a big opportunity day. The fourth in the points, John Force, or the man who's fifth on that point scale, that could be Eric Medlin. It is going to be moving day in the NHRA at Maple Grove Raceway. This exclusive broadcast is available in high definition on ESPN2 HD. Coming up on NHRA Today. After scoring the big win at the Big Go, underdog Steve Johnson tells us how life has changed after claiming the most prestigious prize in the sport of drag racing. In the wake of all the controversy in Indy 2 weeks ago, we'll take the lid off NHRA's official scoring system and show you how it all comes together. Gary Scelzi left Indy with the funny car points lead for the first time in his career. We'll tell you why odds makers are saying that Wild Thing is a sure thing for a championship ring. And with 5 events remaining in the 05 season, the stage is set for one of the tightest championship battles in the history. We'll break down all of them, and we'll give you our take on who's going to shake it all out and take the win. NHRA Today, presented by Lucas Oil, and welcome to Reading, Pennsylvania, Maple Grove Raceway. We're getting ready for the 21st running of the Toyo Tires NHRA Nationals, and we've got a few hundred of our closest friends from the Reading area, southeastern Pennsylvania, right here with us. Look at this young lad right here. I love this hat. Hey, let's talk a little Top Fuel, because we've got the leaders and also the spoilers, Mike Dunn.
Well, yeah, you can't count out Larry Dixon, Doug Coletta, Tony Schumacher. I mean, the chances are they definitely got a good shot at winning today, but I like the spoilers. I mean, Doug Herbert coming in off that semifinal finish in Indianapolis. Wayne Dupuis done an excellent job. That car ran very good in qualifier. His brother Jim Dupuis, who's tuning Morgan Lucas, that car also looked very good all through qualifying, making 4 consecutive 450 lap time runs. And then also you can throw Corey Mack in the mix. He had a good qualifying session too.
Speaking of Corey Mack, he has got something else on his mind. It's called the Budweiser Shootout. Take a look. Here are the points right now with a couple of races to go. This is run at Las Vegas, the next to last race. The top 7 are guaranteed a spot. The 8th and final spot is drawn at random at Las Vegas. You can see Corey, David Grubnick, they are in a heated battle for that last spot. Scott Coletta also trying to get into that position. Let's talk about the Top Fuel points, because in essence, it's 4 rounds of racing blanketing the top 3. And we have 4 rounds today, so you could see another lead change in the Top Fuel Championship chase before this day is over. And let's talk about predictions. Our producer wants to put us all on the spot so you guys can take some shots at us, and you're going to get a chance, because we're going to talk about Top Fuel. I'm going to go with the man who's third in the points right now, Larry Dixon. I like the fact Dick LaHaye's got some momentum coming out of Indianapolis. I also like their cool weather tune-up, and I also like the fact he's got 2 championships in his hip pocket.
Well, I actually got to agree with you, Marty. That's pretty unusual, right? But I'll tell you, I liked Larry Dixon back in May, and I said back then, if they didn't have a rule change or a tire change, that I thought Dick LaHaye and Larry Dixon would contend for the championship. I'm going to stick with that. It's not Schumacher, Doug Coletta are awfully tough, but I think Dick LaHaye has a better cool weather combination than he's had even when he won his previous 2 Power 8 championships. And being now that Larry's a hunter, he's going to need that cool weather condition tune-up.
All right, Gary Gerald, you got like somebody else?
Yeah, pit guys have got to be different than the booth guys. There's no doubt about that. So I'm going with Schumacher. Schumacher, of course, won this championship last year, and I was so impressed the way he closed out the season, winning 4 of the last 6 events. I think he draws on that in the stretch run. Consider also he's the defending champion here at Reading. He's the #1 qualifier today. I think it would be awful tough for Dixon or Coletta to overtake him in the championship points. Dave Reed?
I have to agree with you, Gary. You know, they say it's easy to go with the front runner, but it's tough to bet against the defending champion when he's in that position. You mentioned 5 races to go, Marty. That leaves 20 rounds of racing. Flashback 1 year ago, this team won 16 of those 20 rounds. They do it again this year with their ace up their sleeve, Alan Johnson. They'll win this championship again. In fact, Tony Schumacher joins me right now. Tony, you're very much a part of this championship chase, but you're also a huge fan of it, too.
Oh, there's no question about that. You know, all of us, every one of the drivers out here, no matter what class, and I think that's true in any sport, when we're done, we enjoy watching it. You know, I don't want to get out early. Absolutely, we want to win this race. That's what it's about. But when my round's done and I'm back here, I'm listening, and it's exciting, not only because of the championship race, which all 4 of our professional classes have right now, and because we're in it, but because there's outstanding lineup today. If you look at it, some of the greatest cars are racing each other first round.
Congratulations also on becoming a father for the 3rd time. Jacqueline Suzanne welcomed into the world Thursday morning, 2:37 a.m. You only got a couple hours sleep before coming here. Are you rested for the day?
Absolutely. I think I was sweating that one out more than I was sweating out this first round. You know, I'm always a nervous wreck before the first round, but, you know, waiting Thursday. I'm usually in here on Tuesday to do school business for the United States Army, and I couldn't do any of that stuff. But obviously, the United States Army knew how important it was for me to stay home. Got to stay home, got to enjoy the berth, and this is great, man. Try to win the first race for Jackie.
5 consecutive number ones, 9 overall this season. That's why this guy is the point leader. He races Scott Wise, Marty, in round 1.
Okay, and as we take a look at the ladder, obviously, based on all of our picks, it probably means Doug Coletto will win the championship. Here are the matchups. Scott Wise has got the unenviable task of trying to take out our pole sitter. And which matchups do you like, Mike?
Well, I'll tell you, talk about Doug Coletto to winning the championship, but that first round matchup that he's got with Brandon Bernstein is going to be a big one.
So there, the arrows indicate who has the lane choice. That is our Top Fuel ladder presented by Lucas Oil. Time now for our Fram Pit Report, and Jacob from Benton Harbor, Michigan wants to know, how would the championship be determined if there is a tie in the points at the end of the season? Mike?
Well, Jacob, that's a great question. And basically, the driver with the most head-to-head wins throughout the season of the 2 drivers that would be tied would win. If it's still tied after that, you go the second tiebreaker, which is the driver with the most round wins throughout the season. The third tiebreaker would be the driver with the most points earned in qualifying throughout the season. And if they're still tied, you go to that fourth tiebreaker, which is the driver with the lowest qualifying average from 10 quickest qualifying ETs. Trust me, if that happens, I'll do the first NHRA Today next year in a pink tutu and a tiara.
Are you going to shave your legs?
Let me tell you something. Before I started doing TV, I didn't even know what a tiara and a tutu was.
Hey, if you got the message for the Fram Pit Report, send it to us at ESPN, NHRA at ESPN.com. We've got to take a commercial break. Stay with us. When we come back, we'll have a late Winner's Circle celebration here at Reading for Indy winner Steve Johnson. And we'll also talk about the NHRA scoring system. Take you behind the scenes, show you how it works. Stay with us. Coming right back. NHRA Today, presented by Lucas Oil, the official oil of the NHRA. Brought to you by Fram Air Hog High Performance Air Filter. Fram, hog the road. And Motel 6, for a clean, comfortable room at the lowest price of any national chain. Call 800-4-MOTEL 6. We'll leave the light on for you. Welcome back to NHRA Today, presented by Lucas Oil. You're riding along with Steve Johnson during qualifying Pro Stock Motorcycle yesterday. And we want to talk about what's going to happen later today on ESPN2 and ESPN2 HD. 3 hours of final eliminations right here at Maple Grove Raceway from the Toyo Tires NHRA Nationals. You won't miss a single vehicle going down the quarter mile. Back here at the U.S. Army Experience in the pit area, another one of the things that you get to take part in, very proactive, is the tank simulator. There's a group in there right now, and they'll come out wide-eyed and blowing up things, and they'll be real happy. And we want to talk about things that do the timing and scoring. Of course, the big brouhaha that happened at Indy involving Steve Johnson, the reversal based on the clocks and how it skipped over the beam. Well, we thought we'd take you behind the scenes and show you how it all worked. Dana Bisbee's the man in charge of it all. Mike Dunn talked to him yesterday.
I'm down here with Dana Bisbee, who's in charge of the timing system for all the NHRA national events on the Powerade Drag Racing Series. Now, Dana, we always talk about drag racing being a game of numbers, laps times, miles per hour. Go through us with the procedure on the starting line of how these timing systems are activated.
Okay, well, the car approaches the starting line and, goes into the beam with the show here with the tire, or it goes into the stage beam using an infrared like this one. It's on both sides of the track. One's in the center line, one's at the one's in the outside. And one's a transmitter, one's a receiver. When the car rolls in, it breaks that beam, of course, because it's blocking it. And then as it rolls through, the light can once again reestablish itself with the beam on the other side. That's what starts the clock.
So basically, when the driver stages with the front of the tire, after the green light comes on, he hits the throttle, that tire has to move through, and then the back of the rear of the tire will actually break the beam and start the elapsed time clock.
That's exactly right, yep.
All right, well, now that we're underway off the starting line, let's go down the finish line and see how the clocks are stopped.
Now, Rachel.
And we'll check on that in just a few moments. First, we want to show you the Celebration Friday here for Steve Johnson as he gives Graham Light a kiss on the cheek as they reenacted the Winner's Circle ceremony. And Steve got his belated moment. Steve is with Gary Gerald.
Life is always an adventure when you're with Steve Johnson. Did you catch Graham Light totally by surprise?
Yeah, I'm sure I did, but at the bottom line, nobody's done more for my career than Graham Light has right now and the NHRA, so I really do love these guys.
Tell us about what's been done now to try to prevent what happened at Indy happening again. You've made some changes here in your front wheel. Talk us through it.
Well, actually, Byron Hines made the changes. We got together after the race. We discussed it. He congratulated us What we did is basically this was our surface area right here, maybe 3 inches. When the beam shoots across the track in hopes that the leading edge of the tire is going to pick it up as you cross the finish line. Well, it has a little variance right here where the beam can get into here. Well, when it gets into here, there was nothing here. Byron made this staging disc that added about 40% of the surface area here, and hopefully that's going to trip the lights and we'll never have that problem again.
It's made of carbon fiber. It's very light. It only adds, what, maybe another 6 ounces of weight onto this bike. Steve will be in action today, and he'll be trying to ride the momentum of that belated victory in the U.S. Nationals. Marty?
All right, thanks, guys, and we'll be along for that ride as well. Let's talk about who's number 1 in Pro Stock Motorcycle. 4th session yesterday. Andrew Hines covers the quarter mile, 7.09 seconds. He is on point, and it's going to be Gino Scali's task to try and punch him out. GT Tonglet and his teammate have a second-round potential matchup. So, again, points, as those two are duking it out. Over on the other side, there is Steve. He's got a matchup with Chris Rivas in the first round. Here are the group that did not make the field. Remember, there's only 2 more Pro Stock Motorcycle events left on the schedule. That's at Las Vegas and Pomona. Here are the points right now coming in after qualifying, and you can see just a little over 1 round separates Andrew Hines and GT Tonglet. So like we said, there could be another lead change here after the end of the day. Now it's time for more on the scoring system. Let's check back in with Mike Dunn.
Well, now we're down at the finish line. So, Dana, explain what happens here.
Well, here at the finish line, it's a different beam. It's a beam like this one. It's on the outside walls. There's nothing in the center line but a reflector. And then as the car comes through, it just trips that beam. And it's the front of the tire, in this case, that stops the clock, or the front of the body of the car, actually, because these beams are higher. So we actually started with the bottom of the tire. We finished the run with the top of the body of the car.
And that gives you the elapsed time.
That's the ET.
Now, drag racing, we always do the elapsed time and speed separately, and speed is calculated at the finish line. How is that done?
That's done 66 feet prior to the finish line. There's another marker, another indicator, another sensor, and it's that calculation. They break that beam, and then the combination of the ET beam, they use that 66-foot section with the math to figure out the mile per hour of the run.
So basically, it's the time from that 66 feet is a calculation of how fast they're going to give you that speed at the finish line.
That's correct.
And remember, in drag racing, that each lane is timed individually, and that's how it's possible for a driver to actually win the race running a slower elapsed time, because he got that started at the starting line quicker once the green light was activated. So as you can see, we've come a long way from flag starts and stopwatches.
All right, thanks, guys. We appreciate it. Let's shift gears, go to Pro Stock 4-wheel version. And you can see it's basically a 2-man chase with Greg Anderson leading Kurt Johnson by 136 markers heading in to today's racing action. Who's number 1? You think it might be one of those two? You'd be wrong. It's Jason Line. Jason stopped the clock yesterday, 6.73 seconds, 204 miles an hour to take the point. And he will start up against Alan Johnson in round number 1. And then as you want to see where the points leaders are, well, the potential hookup could come over on the other side. There's Kurt Johnson, and he could have a semifinal matchup with Greg Anderson. And that is one of his goals, as we'll find out in just a moment as we take a look at the Pro Stock cars that did not make the field. Let's get caught up with KJ. He's with Dave Reed.
And Marty, there are many pundits in Pro Stock that say this class is basically over. This man, though, Kurt Johnson, is not one of them. You came here to Reading to get back into this race. Assess your race car. It's number 3 in qualifying. Is it in the game enough?
Absolutely. The AC Delco Cobalt, we were on the pole Friday night, run at 73. We were looking pretty good. Had some parts breakage yesterday morning. Kind of threw us off a little bit. We felt we could have got the pole. We ended up number 3. The way we're looking at it, we're 135 points out of this game. There's 600 points available yet, 5 races. We feel that we're still in it. If things go right, you know, me and Greg can run in the semifinals today. You know, we got to do our job. We got to get by first round, second round, possibly race Greg in the semis. And, you know, Greg and I always have great races. So if we can get by him, maybe possibly win the race, who knows, we can come out 40 points better than the way we came in here.
But you can't focus too early on Greg Anderson. You got to recognize V Gaines. He's your first round matchup.
Absolutely. You know, we've raced V before, and he's tough. We ran him in the final round of Indy in 1997, and I believe he left on me, so I'm going to have to get my foot off the clutch. The car's going to have to do its job. We're going to have to rely on the crew to do their job and hope things come together.
Good luck today.
Hey, thanks a lot, Dave.
It's going to be a big day in Pro Stock, Marty.
It certainly is. We'll keep our eye on it for everybody at home. As we get ready to take another commercial break, we'll talk to the Wild Thing, Gary Scelzi. This is going to be a very important day for the top 3 in the points chase. Come back and find out why. Welcome back to NHRA Today, presented by Lucas Oil. The work continues back in Robert Hite's pit as they get ready for a very important day of battle. And battle might be the right word because we're in the U.S. Army experience here at the Nitro Alley. And this is another one of the simulators. They've got pro stock motorcycles and also a Top Fuel dragster or two up there. And no, we're not going to take time for that because we want to talk funny car. This is going to be a monumental turn in the championship chase.
What a great points battle we have in funny car. I mean, the top 5 contenders are up there, and you got Ron Capps and Robert Hite running in the first round. So, I mean, it's still anybody's race to win.
All right, they want us to talk about our predictions. So we'll go first, and I'm going to go with Robert Hite. I like the consistency that Jimmy Prock and the rookie. I love his composure. I love the way he handles himself at the far end of the racetrack with the fans and everything else. And I just think it's one of those storybook tales that's going to have a good ending.
Well, Marty, I'm going to still stick with my prediction I made back in May. After John Force swept our first 3-race series, I felt that, watch out, he's on a roll. Once Austin Coyle and Bernie Federle find that combination, they're going to take off. But I'll tell you what, they've definitely struggled since then. I don't like my chances now as much as I did back in May, but I'm going to stick with John because you can never count him out.
Dave Reeve?
Well, Marty, I got to believe that your pick, Robert Hite, has got to be the guy I got to go with. Simply look at what this kid has done as a rookie, getting into the Skull Showdown in only 17 races. He's been a part of John Force Racing for a long, long time, so he's seen the best go through a situation like this. Plus, he has Jimmy Prock. Nobody's told him he can win this championship, and keep in mind, Gary Gerould, no one's told him he can't either.
Well, at this point, I am going with Gary Scelzi. And why am I going with Gary Scelzi, you ask? Well, there are a couple of reasons. He won 3 Top Fuel championships, so he knows what championship pressure is all about. There's also an interesting strat here as you look at a graphic and you consider the fact that coming out of the U.S. Nationals at Indianapolis, over the last 12 years, whoever that person has been leading the points has won the championship. Gary Scelzi only wishes that it was that easy because after qualifying this weekend, a 6-point lead. But let me ask you, with the 3 Top Fuel championships, what do you draw on out of that experience that may help you over these final 5 events?
Well, the one thing is you can't change what got you here. And the one thing about it is no matter what happens, it's already out, our future's already planned for us. So I've got to go up there, do my normal thing. Mike's got to make the normal calls. We're going to be the 5th pair today, and we're just going to do our normal thing. You can't let it get to you. Even though I'm saying that right now, there's a big 747. I think it says Coletta Air on it flying around in my stomach. But everybody from Fresno's pulling me. My wife and kids are pulling for me, and all the people that are close. And believe me, I'm drawing off of that right now.
Yeah, no championship pressure whatsoever, Marty.
No, none. We can feel it, and we're not even involved in it. Hey, let's take a look at the ladder. You'll see that Gary's got Gary Densham coming up in the opening round. And obviously, by the end of 2nd round, 2 of the 3 top point scorers are out of here.
I mean, look at the top of that. Hite versus Capps. Scelzi can get by Gary Densham. I mean, those are some great matchups right there.
Now, the big beneficiaries, Eric Medlin and John Force. They would not meet until semifinals, but they've got some tough customers over on their side of the ladder as well. Here are the guys that did not qualify, including for the 2nd race in a row, Cruz Pedregon. Time now for the Motel 6 Who Got the Light Award, and we go back to Indianapolis for the closest finish. It happened to be in funny car. Frank Pedregon in 2nd round action beat Eric Medlin at the stripe. Here comes the margin, 12 10,000ths of a second. $1,000 from Motel 6 to Frank Pedregon. The closest finish of the year takes home 25,000 big ones at the awards ceremony. And we've got to take one more commercial break before we wrap things up here on NHRA Today. The work continues in the Miller Lite camp as Larry Dixon and team get ready for battle. Toyo Tires, NHRA National. NHRA Today, presented by Lucas Oil, the official oil of the NHRA. Brought to you by the Bram AirHog High Performance Air Filter. When it comes to your engine, more air means better performance. Bram, hog the road. And welcome back to NHRA Today, presented by Lucas Oil. You're riding along with Jake Coughlin Jr. as we get ready for racing today. Here you'll see it all, 3 hours starting at 4 o'clock Eastern, 1 Pacific on ESPN2 and ESPN2 HD. Time now for our Lucas Oil Sportsman Spotlight, and in this week's edition, we travel out west to Anaconda, Montana, and the 8th mile Lost Creek Raceway. It's nestled in the Rocky Mountains. The track's location and elevation provides for some competitive racing and family fun.
Lost Creek Raceway is unique because, first off, we're at 5,200 feet here. So when you make a car go fast here at Lost Creek, no matter where you go from here, you're going to go faster. And the other thing is, as I said before, we're based on family fun. And when you come here, we want you to have fun. And if you're not having fun, you should just go home, because that's what we're here for.
People come to Lost Creek Raceway because they find it to be a family environment. We compete as competitors on the track, but like we have night barbecues after the races and stuff, and Lost Creek has a tendency to bring the camaraderie together. And we've had people in the past that have been lower in the championship points donate their motors to other people higher in the point standing so that they can complete the year end. So Lost Creek brings a family environment and a lot of camaraderie between everybody.
And we want to talk about an upcoming stop on the Sportsman's schedule. It's National Trail Raceway, just east of Columbus, Division III race, September 23rd through the 25th. Good luck to everybody. As you see the crowd filing in, it is going to be 5 and 6 deep today for race day, but we also want to talk a little bit more and get a different perspective on the tire controversy involving Pro Stock Motorcycle, and you know who that means. It's time for Selzy Says.
Hey, Steve, how about this one?
Nah, that ain't gonna work, man.
Let me show you some more.
All right.
How about this one?
Nah, that's still not it.
How about this one?
I just don't think so. Nah.
One of these has got to work.
Man, I gotta be sure this just isn't it.
I think I got it. Hey, Steve, this'll work.
Gary, this is it. This is perfect. If this doesn't stop the beams and trip the lights, nothing will.
All right.
Perfect.
Sweet.
These guys, that's terrible. We got both of them together. That's chaos. Hey, before we get final thoughts, these guys are getting ready to march out to present the colors for the opening ceremonies. That's the representatives of our U.S. Armed Forces and everybody who's watching overseas today and during the race day. We send our best to all of you. We're behind you 100%. Let's talk about this race. This is going to be a big day. What do you think?
Well, I want to talk about my adopted home state of Pennsylvania. I only live about 45 minutes from here, and for years I've been telling all the racers, it is beautiful here, but we always get the rain. This year we had good weather through qualifying. Today it looks like it's going to be good. The key is going to be whether we have cloud cover or not. If we have cloud cover, it's going to be a different race than if we don't, so it's going to be interesting to watch.
Let's bring in Dave Reef.
Marty, I want to put the spotlight on Larry Dixon in the Top Fuel points chase. 3 times U.S. Nationals winner Larry Dixon has never won at this racetrack. He went to the finals in his rookie year back in 1992, but over the last 8 years has failed to get out of the second round. However, today, Dick LaHaye has provided him a very tunable race car, a drivable race car, so this team has a lot of opportunity today, especially as potential second-round matchup. Doug Kalitta, who's second in points. If they go the distance today, they're going to be very much a part of this Top Fuel points race. Gary Gerould.
And in that funny car battle, you couldn't ask for more. 5 guys separated by just a whisker going into this one. And as Marty said, it is moving day. We know that 1 or 2 drivers are going to begin to separate themselves for the stretch run starting today. And we also know the way the ladder is set up, we're guaranteed that 2 of the top 3 in points are going to be out of here by the end of the second round. And that's potentially bad news for Selzy, Height, or Caps. A golden opportunity then for John Force and Eric Medlin on the other side of the ladder. Marty?
And my thought is about the fans. Here's a perfect example. Bob Giuliano from Hartford, Connecticut. He's been a fan a long time. Enjoy this championship chase because we aren't going to see another one like this for a long time. Coming up next, we got baseball tonight. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. We'll see you today, later, 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific, when we go racing.